In front of me, I have 4 vehicles, 2 of which are duplicates of each other. We can see over here we have the Coquette D10 and the D10 Pursuit. Customization-wise, apart from the light bar on the top and the little bit of police customization you can put on the D10 Pursuit, these vehicles are exactly the same in top speed, lap time, and overall performance. And then over here, we have the Vapid Kara 4x4, and then, once again, the Vapid 4x4 police variant. These vehicles are exactly the same in performance as well. But there's one very big difference between these vehicles, and that is the price tag. Making your way over to Warstock, we can see a whole boatload of police vehicles, ranging from 4 million to almost 6 million dollars. And in fact, we can see the Coquette D10 Pursuit without the trade price is sitting at a whopping $5.6 million. So you might be asking, why would you ever spend $6 million to get your hands on and fully upgrade this police vehicle when I can make my way over to Legendary Motorsport and buy the D10 for around 1.8 million? Or I can get my hands on the Vapid Kara 4x4 for around $800,000 versus the $5+ million price tag for the police variant. What are the advantages and disadvantages of them? Well, let's get straight into that. The real only advantages that you have with police vehicles are 2 things. The first advantage is you have lights and sirens. We can see here my Kara 4x4 Pursuit, and we can see I got some lights on the front, I got lights on the inside. Also, the brake lights turn on, the front lights turn on. In general, it's got a lot of cool decals and things like that going for it, which is very, very fun. And obviously, I chose not to have a light bar on this vehicle. You can put a light bar on the top as well. Now, I would say the plow is really cool, but unfortunately, you may notice that the plow really easily bottoms out. And because of that, it can make it a little bit awkward to drive. But the major advantage of having the police lights and sirens is, as we can see, vehicles will stop around you and they won't move. Now that I press the lights and sirens off, you'll see that the vehicles will start to move again. But yes, when the lights and sirens are going, again, everything's going to stop, which is actually pretty dang cool and is one very, very unique thing about the police vehicles. The other thing we have is right at the top, press right on the D-pad to accept dispatch work. Dispatch work is usually really, really basic stuff. This one, for example, I have to eliminate 3 O'Neill enforcers. So I have to drive all the way across the map. But here's the dumbest part about the, about the dispatch work. You don't need to use your police vehicle. You can just call out a Sparrow, for example, and you can head into your Sparrow and make your way over to the location and do it that way as well. Now, you might be asking, what's the point of doing dispatch work if you don't even need your police cars to complete it? And, well, honestly, that's a pretty good question. I don't know why Rockstar didn't make dispatch work specifically for the police vehicles and make police-oriented missions, but instead, we just have, murder a bunch of people, and you complete the mission. We can see for this one, for example, all I have to do is kill a bunch of people, which is pretty easy to do. And once I have done that, I just have to leave the area. So, yeah, basically, I just flew my helicopter, like, I don't know, across the map for, like, a 2-minute mission. Not even. That was, like, 30 seconds of shooting my missiles. There you go. There you go. I think I got, like, $25,000. My fees kind of took over the screen there. Also, I have a feeling we're gonna die, but let's see if I can land my helicopter without blowing up. Yes, beautiful. Either way, dispatch work it's alright. I mean, it earns you some money, but I just don't really see much of a reason to do it, apart from the fact that it does give you the trade price unlocks for more police vehicles. The first police vehicle you should consider picking up would be the Gauntlet Interceptor if you plan on getting one, because the Interceptor, you get a $1.4 million trade price by completing the Cluckenbell farm raid. It's also one of the best police vehicles. And then after that, you can, do dispatch work and systematically unlock the trade prices for all the other police vehicles. You should not be buying these police cars unless you have the trade price, but even then, they're still a ridiculous amount of money. And if you want my honest opinion, there's really not much of a reason to buy them when the base variants, which are not only a fifth of the price, are also just as good in performance and other capabilities. By the way, I should mention that these police vehicles are also limited in certain areas. For example, if we take a, well, actually you can't see it because my face is blocking it, but this vehicle is listed in the emergency class. It's not listed in the off-road class like the normal Cara 4x4, and in the sports category like the normal Coquette D10. Again, the D10 Pursuit is listed in the emergency category. And the downside to that is it means you cannot use your police vehicles in races at all. There's no races that allow you to use them. It's actually really disappointing because I would have loved for like a police style race or game mode, kind of like Need for Speed or, you know, like Hot Pursuit. I don't know, I think that would have been really, really cool. But unfortunately, that's just not a capability in the police vehicles. So you actually have a bit of a downside. You can't even use them in a lot of special things, but hey, at least you can use them in missions if you wanted to. So, in general, really the only reason you'd buy a police car is if you think they look cool. And don't get me wrong, they do look very cool. Who doesn't want to drive around the streets of Los Santos with lights and sirens? I've been waiting years to get my hands on police cars. But at the same time, they are most definitely not worth the money unless you have millions upon millions of dollars lying around. I would not recommend for the average player, especially someone who is starting off new in Grand Theft Auto Online, to invest their money in a police vehicle. You can literally buy 3 to 4 other vehicles instead. In fact, instead of buying this police vehicle I'm driving right here, you could get your hands on a Toreador, or a Deluxo, or heck, even 60% of the way to an Oppressor Mark II. And at that point, you're just going to be way better off getting any of those things, let alone any of the businesses you might not own. Now, obviously, if you have a lot of money, by no means am I saying not to buy police vehicles. I own them on my account, and this isn't the only account I own them on. I also have some of them on my Broke to Billions account. I just think they look really, really cool, and once you have some businesses set up, there's really no downside in splurging some money. But again, the only advantage that these police cars have over the normal variants is the fact that they have a teeny bit more customization. I can't even really say that these vehicles have flat out more customization because of the fact you don't have the same livery access as you do on a normal variant car. So you can let me know your personal feelings, comments, and opinions down below. Do I think these police vehicles are worth the price tag? No. Honestly, I think they are way too overpriced. Rockstar obviously knows that people are willing to spend a lot of money on these vehicles, and it gives me something to grind for, so it's not like I'm mad, but it is a little disappointing how much money they cost for really no extra benefit. It would have been really cool if we could have put like police weapons or, I don't know, an EMP jammer or something around your vehicle that you could use. I don't know, maybe even an Amani Tech police car, but we don't really have anything. And by the way, some of the police variant vehicles have Amani Tech capabilities. A great example of this is if we go over to Warstock right now, we're going to see the Greenwood police cruiser, which is right here. Well, actually, that's the Impaler. I don't exactly know where the Greenwood is. Blah, blah, blah. There you go. So the Greenwood police cruiser, for example, costs not only $3.6 million, which is about 2 times more than the normal Greenwood, but you can't put Amani Tech on it, where the normal Greenwood can. And it kind of defeats the purpose. And it's not just the Greenwood police cruiser, it's also the Canis Terminus, which is another police vehicle that has Amani Tech capabilities if you use it without the police variant. So, I don't know. They're fun. They definitely have some advantages, but I don't really think they're worth spending your money on unless you have a lot of money. Let me know your personal feelings, comments, and opinions down below. And if you'd like to see more like this, please consider smashing that subscribe button. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.